Simplicity is about subtracting the obvious and adding the meaningful. John Maeda. Let's jump into these charts. We see stocks, gold, and Bitcoin are up. Bonds are down, going in the right direction as per our trade. First, let's jump into the S&P and see what's happening. We see where the candle is pushing above but hasn't cleared the 200 EMA up in the morning, not going quite as far in the afternoon. Overall up 1.07%. We're in the green, so we're in territory where if things roll over and pull back, we'll be ready to go. This could happen. We haven't cleared that 200 EMA yet. If things stall off on the S&P and start to roll over this week, we'll be ready to pull the trigger on a down trade. Now we look at where we are on the 2-day. Again, nice big candle though, telling us that might not happen, but still in the red on the STC. We do have a big green candle. The wick is pushing through, not the candle body itself, that 200 EMA. Where are we on the weekly? It is still green. We had 3 weeks of down movement. This week trying to move up, so we'll see where things are and how they shake out. Of course, we're above the 200 EMA on this weekly chart, so let's see how things move for the course of the week. And we will be ready to do what these charts tell us. Very similar on the Nasdaq 100, except it hasn't pushed up yet to any penetration of the 200 EMA. Green on the STC. That is on the half-day, 2-day. Negative. Green candle got a ways to go before it gets up to the 200 EMA. And on the weekly, after 3 weeks of down movement, starting this week off with a green candle, still green on the STC. So we will see how things shake out. If we have some serious down moves in the market, we'll be ready to jump into a short position. Now, what about 20-year bonds? We started that trade back when things crossed over going down on the 1st of September. And we had things move down for a few days, then sort of up and sideways. And now we see them rolling over. Overall down for the day, 0.82%. Do keep a close eye on this. We are in the green right now. But as things go, the longer in the tooth they get, you can find it can get a little more dangerous. So just keep your eye on things. We've been down here at the bottom for a few days now on the STC. So we'll watch and see. We're trying to capture 2.59%. That's a 2-to-1 risk to reward ratio, which is commonplace with what we do here. We'll see if it works for us. We look at the 2-day. It's still in the red down candles forming. And of course on the weekly, moving over, which is nice to see, going red after several weeks of down movement. So I'm hopeful this move will continue. So far it's been portended by that rotation over going down on that half-day chart. Now, what do we see with gold? Gold up 0.5%, a little more than that, 0.51% for the day. Of course, moving up into the green up at the top here. So hopefully we'll see a rotation over and go short on gold again like we did a few weeks ago, grabbing 1.59% from the market in that practice trade. We're below the 200 EMA, so if it goes into the red, we'll be ready to pull the trigger on a short trade there, short practice trade. We see the 2-day got a green candle forming, but that STC moving down well below the 200 EMA. And on the weekly, got a green candle trying to form after 4 weeks of down movement. Again, sort of maybe coming off of that 200 EMA on the weekly chart. We will see how gold makes its way this week. Lastly, we'll go to Bitcoin, rebounding some, 5.19%. Again, after that Friday up move, we see Bitcoin. Now, we kept talking to you over and over again about, are we going to see Bitcoin sort of make that second bottom? Well, it's nice to see where things on Bitcoin now twice have hit this same spot and pulling off of that. So giving us some hope that Bitcoin's going to be moving in the right direction. Got a ways to go before we get to the 200 EMA on that half-day chart. Back to the 2-day. It is in the green, trying to move up. And what about the weekly? Well, we had 4 weeks of down movement, and it's trying to move back over, again bouncing off. Is that going to be our bottom for Bitcoin? Wouldn't that be sweet? We shall wait and see how things continue to progress. That's where we are, folks, as we start Monday. Nice to be back here for a full week after that shortened trading week of last week. So great to have you with us. Patreon members, don't forget, what do we have going on this week? We have the live Patreon Q&A. It's going to be at 12:30 Eastern Daylight Time this Wednesday. If you haven't already sent in your questions, your stocks and ETFs you'd like us to help you backtrack for practice trading, we'll be happy to receive those. cw@chartingwealth.com. There's still a couple of days for those of you who've been on the fence about becoming a Patreon member and getting those special trainings every month. Well, you've got a couple of days to jump in and join us. God bless, my friends. All the best from the whole team at Charting Wealth World Headquarters.